guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. This is episode 8 and that's our second episode with the guest.
Yes.
So we are super excited. We have two people on the couch tonight. We have our good friend Ronald.
Yeah.
And one of my best friends, Allie.
Hi.
So they're going to talk to us tonight about dating in 2021. Single, no kids, what it's like to be out there.
So, obviously we're in a pandemic. I'm curious to know, like, for you guys, has the pandemic slowed down trying to date for you guys at all? Allie, you want to take it first?
Yeah, it has. Well, here's the thing, because I wasn't like trying to date for a while, but I was, just talking to people, I guess, but not really trying to really be seriously dating.
Right.
And now that I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on out there.
Right.
It's like, what's going on? Nothing.
Right.
Well, for me, it's really like slow.
Slow.
Super slow.
And there's
Right.
no more like grocery store pickups anymore because everybody is so like standoffish.
Right,
Everyone's
like, don't
so
come too
ready
close
to
to
their
me.
6 feet.
You gotta
so
figure it out. It's,
Yeah.
Hey, dudes is
at-
still
get
jabbing. They still jabbing.
But that eye contact.
With the mask
gotta-
thing, I feel like, do you know how attractive or unattractive somebody is with their mask? Like the eyes, is that enough?
No,
I mean-
for me, no.
So
I would want to see everything before I'm like, oh, okay.
Not for a guy.
I feel like exactly.
We see
Ronald.
everything. Like we straight.
Yo,
like
my cousin told
we
me,
can
he's like,
figure
bro,
it-
I knew from the eye she was
Yeah,
bad. I'm like,
like,
what? Nah.
you can figure the
no
rest
way.
out later. Everything else, you can see everything else.
That's because
It's like I take a chance with the eyes.
Without the mask, all guys look at sometimes is the ass and they walk
The
by.
body, yeah.
That's
That's
facts.
half the battle.
Big. I mean,
That-
But
when,
what if
when you
this
talk
is
about
all
attraction,
wrong?
it could be.
Because,
But then you could also just cut it off, right? Like, all right.
That's true. Take your chances.
yeah.
So, what about for you, Ronald? Has it slowed? Has it impeded your dating situation?
I mean, you can't really go out. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you really gotta dig deep and really like spend a long time together, like with the person you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good and bad at the same time. You know what I mean? Because you really get to like, do I really like this person?
Right.
Like,
Like
you
that.
really-
That's a
Yeah.
really good positive
That's-
perspective because you get to sit down and be with the person kind of without all of the
Yeah.
dramatics
The outside
or the
shit.
outside
Yeah.
shit around you. So
Yeah.
that's actually,
Like,
that could be
with them-
good.
So,
Yeah.
with that idea of finding somebody, dating them, what are you guys looking for in a potential partner? And then how do you communicate what you're looking for in that partner? Do y'all say it directly to them? Is it something you kind of play out over time? How you do that?
Like I look at it like I'm more like I like organic. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to tell you. I want you to be you because I'm gonna for sure be myself. Like I'm not gonna change myself. So if you can't deal with me being myself, it's kind of like wasting our time.
Yeah.
I might change little things about myself, like that I need to fix, or things that may irritate you. I may compromise in areas, but like my character, who I am, it ain't gonna change.
Ain't gonna
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
And even if you like in the beginning, like if you meet somebody and y'all cool and you put on a facade, like you gonna fall into your comfort zone
Yeah.
eventually,
Some point
and
in
then
time.
that's when it's over. Like
Yeah.
that's when you start butting heads. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta be yourself.
100%.
Yeah, for me, it's the same thing. Like, I like organic. I don't like it to be like, when a man, for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I like you so much. Or, oh, this and oh, that. For me, it like
Pushes you back.
makes me feel like, oh, wait, how do you know you like me? You've only been out on 2 dates with me.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you know you like me? So for me, it like, that's like a red flag. And so I do like the organic, like just let it happen naturally.
facts.
And, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
I don't know why though, because I think that that's not a bad thing.
I don't think that's a bad thing either.
Maybe they know what they want, but I don't know. I just feel like, how do you know so soon?
For y'all, is the online dating, has that ever been an option, and has that worked at all?
I've done online dating.
How was that for you?
I mean, I matched. It's worked.
When you say worked, what
when
do
I
you
say
categorize
work,
as
like-
work? Like
'Cause
you
work,
found somebody
he
that
ain't
you thought
here.
was attractive.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
It ain't work.
I've matched. I've gone on dates, and it was cool. It was just more of those like, I feel like it's the pandemic. Like, I don't know.
I mean, with the pandemic, like you said, like that's not even like what people are like kind of like focused on.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's more so like online dating for the pandemic is more like you trying to get it
Trying to get
in.
some
Like you know what I mean?
traction.
I've
You
heard
you
that.
Is that
can't.
what it is?
I
feel
mean,
that.
keep it
that's
100.
what-
I feel like that's
that's
what
what
most of the online dating shit is.
Yeah, like
What about you, Ronald? What that online?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I never really dated
Tapped in on
online or nothing like that.
You
bro.
ever slide in DMs?
I mean, DMs.
Was that online?
I think so.
Normal.
It's similar, right?
Yeah.
It's similar. It's
And then
similar.
the pandemic hit, you get
Yeah.
a few extra little, you see a little bar at the top, you're like, all right, somebody looking.
Yeah.
But like I never really like got into like online dating. And probably because like I'm around hella people every day anyway. Like so if I if I want to extend my hand, I got that option.
Right.
Yeah, like
Literally, like.
Okay.
you know what I mean? So I mean I'll say this. It's hard for y'all. It's hard for women, man. It's hard because like we use our resources differently. Like you know what I mean?
How? Look,
Like
give us
God,
some
like
insight.
don't get me wrong. I work in a barbershop, so I talk to at least 10 dudes a day, right? Like out of them 10 dudes, it may be one dude that's gonna use that correctly
Right.
to really date.
Damn.
Like-
Look, Ronald is telling
just-
y'all right now, 9 out of 10 niggas is trying to hit.
Like, I mean, just keeping it a stack,
Yo,
bro. Like,
That's
bro,
really, yes.
bro, keeping it
Bro,
100,
like-
and that's
True.
cool.
I
but
can't lie on camera.
Nah,
Like,
that's
you know what I mean?
fact. Where you meet a person, does that change your expectations or how you interact with them? Like, if you meet a nigga at yoga, do you feel
Yeah, I
like
mean, the
he's
initial-
a different type of dude? Or do you meet somebody at the barbershop and you treat him different? Or does it matter where you meet somebody? Does that determine?
Where would you meet your ideal man?
Oh my gosh.
Where he gonna be at?
I don't know. I've never thought about that. For me though, I wouldn't want to meet someone at like the club and I know that's not the option now anymore, but I don't know. I just would want to because for me, like I'm a home, like I like to be at home. Like I like to go. I like to travel. I like to go. But I like to be at home, and I want someone that's not like, I gotta go to the club. I gotta go over here. I gotta go over there. You know, I want it to be like, well, let's spend quality time. Like quality time is big for me. And
What
so,
if him being at the club that one night is his first time at the club?
Or his
in 10 months?
go out time like you go out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, here's the thing, because it's not like if I met someone at the club, I'm not gonna be like, no, you can't have my number. Like,
Right.
okay, yeah, you got my number.
It's just not ideal.
Ideally,
I hear
no.
you. I hear you.
Gotcha.
I'm just playing.
But where, I don't know.
It's funny that
'Cause
conversation
it's like
came
the
up.
library.
That conversation came up because I was telling T like women who may be shifting into different spaces in their life where they may be meditating or you know becoming more spiritual. I feel like if you want to meet somebody that's in that same realm, you may have to be in those
Yeah,
places
like
and
the
find
bookstore.
people in those types of places. You know what I'm saying? Or like a crystal store or like a
store.
you know house of intuition or something. You go there, then
No,
you might
yeah.
find somebody that's into what you into. So that's the reason why I thought about that. Like, does it play a role in like whether or not you talk to a person or take them more serious if you find them
What's your
somewhere?
ideal space, Ronald?
In my regular everyday life, like what I do,
Yeah.
like you know what I
At the
mean, like
shop.
anywhere in the shop.
Oh,
It could be you know what I
Grocery
mean.
store, wherever.
Yeah, we're at the gym, like because that means we have similar interests.
Mm.
True.
So-
Have you found a difference in meeting? I don't know if you ever have a meeting. If a girl that you might have met in a party situation versus a woman you met like at the grocery store, at the bank, or
Definitely, like I'll say the initial, like the first time you meet, you go out with them, you gonna still have that same energy that you had from where you met them at, because you don't know it. This might be a party girl, like she might like to go out every weekend, or if you meet a girl at the bank or whatever, she might be more conservative.
Yeah,
you don't
so-
know based off of like how she's acting, so you're gonna approach the situation with the same energy, and then you adjust based off of like
on
What
what you
y'all do
really
next.
find out.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. I think environment does play a
Yeah.
role. I'm saying like you
So
meet
it
a
does.
woman in a professional environment, you gonna keep that professional talk on when you talk to her. You gonna make sure you
Dress.
sophisticated and articulating yourself when you
Well,
talking
you
to her.
do,
Versus if you meet her at the club, you might be more relaxed or reserved because, like Ronald said, that's the
Yeah.
space you met her in.
yeah.
True.
Yeah, like-
Definitely, like what your Instagram looks like, because people say I'm like a party girl, but all I do is post when I'm out.
That's true.
That's
But
true.
I don't go out often. But when I'm out, I'll
That's
post.
when you
She
see them.
don't. You got the Balenci's, but she don't go out. She be in the house with the
Ronald
Balenci's,
said-
the mink
Talk
coat.
about it.
I'm just saying.
No, it's definitely not me.
Good morning. Like, you know what I mean? My bad.
No.
Do you feel like a person has to make a certain amount of money or have a certain status before they approach you as dating?
Nah.
Like, can they be broke?
I feel like, I mean, how broke?
No job, Ronald. I want you to take care of me.
If you ain't got I ain't taking care of you. That's out. That's out. Like, that's out. But you gotta have like some type of drive or hustle, ambition. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't got a job, you gotta be working towards some type of, you in school.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, have you applied for the job? You waiting on an interview? Like, what's going on?
Right.
You know, you got to see like that drive in a person. That drive is more important than the job, because you could lose a job and have no drive. Then what?
Right.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, my life is over.
Right.
Job don't make you.
Right.
Like, it's your drive. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what I look for. You don't have to have no dollar amount, but for men it's different. Like, I feel like it's a double standard in that situation. Mm-hmm. Like, because women, you know, like you said, it comes with being a man comes security. Mm-hmm. So you got to have a certain type of. It's more secure of a situation when the man is financially in a good situation. Mm. Women feel more, especially in this society, they feel more comfort when a guy is financially in a good situation.
Right.
But that's misused as well, because you might have a dude that has a decent job. He can't go out and get a Bentley, but you know, he may be able to get a 3 Series.
So let's talk about this. When we talk about have an idea of what you want your man to make, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So think about, right? We're thinking we want to date a man, right? Of course, he has to, you know, someone like he has to look good, he has to have this amount of money, but the money is a big thing for women, right? Especially if you're talking about women think more so in the future. Mm-hmm. Kids equal daycare, food, clothing. How many kids do we want? How many kids do I already got if you date a woman with kids, right? So she thinking you gotta have this money. But what I was saying is that most black men that you come across aren't gonna be making 6 figures. They're regular black men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Every day. So it's kind of like, where do you meet these men that's making this type of money?
Facts.
I'm gonna go even a little bit deeper. Like, sometimes I hear, you know, like I said, in my line of business, I work with top, mm-hmm. mid-level, lower level. Like, and I hear women say that. Do you even know what a woman that dates a millionaire or somebody that makes 6 figure, how she operates?
Operates like what?
Like, on a day-to-day. Like, you can't deal with, this is harsh, but this is reality. You can't deal with the manager at McDonald's or, the guy who's sweeping at McDonald's like you can with somebody that play for the Lakers.
That's true.
Like, and a lot of women don't be looking at, like, you got to deal with some stuff. You got to start on the Lakers. You got to deal with stuff, like, you know what I mean? That comes with stuff. I'm not saying you got to deal with
him
negativity,
treating you bad,
but
he ain't at home as much, or
you
taking care of the house most of the time. Yes.
So I think a lot of people, they look at the financial aspect, but they don't look at what they got to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you think there's a difference between supporting him and then versus a man that makes a ton of money and think he could just do whatever because he make that kind of money?
I'm gonna be honest.
Is that
what I've realized, and like I said, I deal with some of the biggest. Like, on that level, it's nothing to talk about. Like, you know what I mean?
As
like, this dude has no time. Like, you know what I mean?
So basically, since you don't have no time and you make the money, not you.
And I'm saying him.
It's
like you gotta know, you gotta know what you're dealing with. You gotta know what you're dealing with. Like, just like somebody dealing with a street dude.
But is that okay?
If that's what you choose. Like, that's like a girl dealing with.
You say you want it, but understand
it's what come with it.
Part of it.
It's just like dealing with a street dude. Y'all shopping every week. Y'all popping. Y'all out. Y'all traveling. You got cash on you. He might go to jail though, for a long time.
Right.
You got to deal with that.
Like, what about you, Alex? Do you eat? Is that an actual, like, red flag depending on what he does and how?
No, like, you know, my parents, they're married, and so I just look at, like, if you did, like, I graduated, I have my degree. If you didn't have your degree, if you didn't go to college, it's not a big thing for me. Mm-hmm. It's about how hard you work. Like, my father was like a hard worker, so I've seen him working 2 jobs. It's like, I don't want to work harder than you. Let's match each other. Or even if you're doing more than me, like, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to carry the relationship in the beginning. Like, I'm not okay with dating a man and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I have this, you know, part-time job, or I'm working this little job here, and this is kind of okay with that. Like that is out. But if I see you're like hardworking and you want to do this, and then let's say at some point we're dating and then it doesn't go, you know, how you want it, like I'm okay with saying, okay, I'll step up in the meantime while you figure it out, because I know you're a hard worker. You're gonna get back out there and you're gonna figure it. You know, you're gonna get it back going.
Let me intervene on just one part. Everything you said was correct. One thing that stood out was you said, like, sometimes I think, like, when people say match the energy, they think 50-50, right? But then once you get older, you start to realize it's never going to be 50. Sometimes it's 70-30.
Damn.
That's just the reality.
Because that's all person they have to give.
Exactly, bro. So it's like you got some people that'll be like, oh, I'm giving 70. They may be looking down on a person like, bro, she don't have much. But she's fixing your lunch every day. That's the other 20.
She giving the energy she got.
Exactly. Like, so you gotta kind of like balance.
You gotta have perspective in that.
Yeah, you gotta like, look, I'm not working, so he's not gonna cook. Like, I think a lot of people don't be having balance. Like they'll kind of look at it like, well, I'm not cooking for him. Well, baby, you're not working either. So you gotta pick up the extras. You know what I mean? The slack. Yeah. Like I think like relationship stuff, it's never gonna be 50-50, but you gotta balance it off with like stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, now that's real though, because I mean, depending on what your strong suits are, I think sometimes one could feel like it's giving more than the other, but again, when you look at it, that extra stuff that the other person does, it's essential as well.
Bro, it's big.
It's essential.
No offense to women, but it be like little shit, bro. Like bro, she brought me a sandwich to the shop. It don't be the Balenciagas. It don't be the Gucci shoes.
Yeah.
It be like, bro, like bro, like I didn't even have to ask her yesterday. I came home, it was cracking.
Right so he's dropping gems right now.
It's the small things.
And real shit, to Ronald's point, men are very simple.
It's super simple. Like, we're dumb. We're dumb simple. Like stupid.
That's why we get caught cheating
like,
and all that shit.
You know how like you see a little boy sitting on the ground and you give him a truck and you give him a runway to push it? We're simple like that. Yeah. We're stupid simple. Like, if a dude say, I like
basketball,
let's be grown up. I like head every Thursday. If you give that nigga head every Thursday, you straight. If you got a mature man.
Right.
If you got a dude that's already out there, you know, doing whatever.
Yeah, that's different.
But if you got a dude that's really locked in on you and he tell you like, hey, I want this, I like this, and that. If you give him this, that, and that, you straight. You straight. It be simple shit. It don't even be the Gucci's and the
real shit right now.
It be the little shit.
Is that an epiphany for y'all?
I mean, I think
it is.
Yeah,
it be the little shit. That's
like,
dudes talk to me every day about little shit. Like, bro, like, I got sex yesterday, nigga, in the morning on a Saturday after all day work on Friday, bro. Like, nigga, I'm chilling. I'm gonna go buy her some shoes. It be shit like that. It don't be the big gifts and, you know what I mean? Oh, he threw a party for me. Unless you just really got a party dude, but it be shit like that really dudes be like, man, like she locked in, bro. It's a wrap.
What's crazy is, Ron, I'm more surprised to hear them two say that was like an epiphany moment for them.
Yeah, bro. Like,
where did you guys get the perspective that it was more than simple?
I think for me, just like, I've dated a man that's like super materialistic, so like into, you know, the shoes and just clothes and all that. And so for me, it's like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do something for you, I'm gonna try to like get
match that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get you, you know, that Gucci shirt or them Balenciaga. You know, you know, I'm gonna do that because I know that that's what you like, as opposed to like, you know. He also likes to read, so why not get him a book?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. You almost like you look past the simple shit because you see all the big shit.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Sometimes we just not tuned in enough to see the small stuff. Like you said, you just thought about that literally in this moment.
Just in the moment, like
that he liked books. I could have got him a dope book, and he would have been just as happy.
And saved some money.
What about you, T? We've been married too damn long. What the hell?
Man, he hit you with a
bar.
What
are you gonna say? Like,
that's rewinding. I could be more attentive sometimes.
Dating somebody with children, is that an option? Do you continue dating at that point when you find out they have kids?
I think because of the age that I'm in, like my age, and I typically like older men, so I'm expecting for the man to have children. So it's an option for me. I won't not date a man because he has a child. Yeah, or children.
Gotcha. So it's open.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Allie's open to y'all with children. So if y'all got kids, it's still an option. Allie said y'all good.
If you got 5, don't DM.
No. 2 max. 2 max. 2 is the max.
If they 1 year old, don't DM her.
Don't DM nobody.
That's fresh.
Okay, at 1 year old, don't DM nobody.
What about you, Ronald? Can she have kids?
All right, man. I'm fighting with this. You gotta really, like I said, it comes down. You really gotta like the person. You really gotta like the girl, cause it's like I know my lifestyle. I travel a lot. You know what I mean? So it's like somebody that has like 2 kids. It's like if I'm gonna get with you, it's like I instantly now it's a family trip. So it's like you really gotta be conscious of like what you gotta, the changes that you have to, the sacrifices you have to make to be with somebody like that. Just getting up and going, like. It's different, like you know what I mean, when somebody has kids.
It's a lot you're taking on too.
But I would never say like you should never cut like somebody off because of that, because that may be the person like you meant to be with.
No, facts.
But you do gotta be conscious, like as a man, like you gotta be conscious, like
what you actually about to take on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You a father now, like.
So how early should they bring up? They have kids. Is that like a first date thing? Like you need to know?
Absolutely.
Yes?
Absolutely, yeah.
So if they go past the first date and don't tell you, is it like, what's up?
Yeah, why are you hiding that?
You out of here.
Yeah. Because I think like that's like number one. I mean, if I had children, I would be like, yeah, I have like 2
how you gonna hide your kids?
Like,
yeah, that's low key kind of trifling.
It is.
Yeah.
So then it's
like
exactly. No kids.
Like that's some rich people shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's some shit. Like that's some Drake shit. Like, when you got bread, you hide your kids. Like, you know what I mean? When you get
hide your kids for the world, but
yeah.
hide your kids for
like,
yes, that was yes.
That's regular folk. I gotta know what's going on. Like,
because that's gonna immediately change my life.
Like a lot of people. When they're dating, they kind of want to tiptoe or like they're walking on eggshells and not really ask those hard questions or, it's just kind of like, and I don't think that asking questions is, it's not being like organic, but I feel like it's good to ask those questions so you can kind of see where that person is, but that can mess.
Would you feel like that's not organic if a woman is asking these types of questions?
That's organic because if you feel that way, you know what I mean, you gotta ask, you know what I mean? I have a different perspective because I'm like just overly myself.
So they would find out.
Yeah, you gonna know like the lifestyle I live. Like I'm not gonna, if I'm at a video shoot and there's girls, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll FaceTime you. I'm at this video shoot, working. You gonna see what's going on. So it's like I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to like be trying to like, oh bro, like, hey, my girl is on the phone. Like,
right.
Nah, like you gonna see what's going on with me.
Yeah.
Like because I gotta feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like being in, because you'll end up lying in situations where you ain't even doing nothing wrong. Right. Like we didn't, as men, we didn't all caught ourselves like, why am I even lying? I'm not even doing nothing wrong.
Right.
Like I really went home.
Right.
Like, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Like just be you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then everything else, it'll work its way out. Yeah. Like the stuff you don't like, let people know.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's that we get to that place of feeling like that's the only way to keep somebody is if we do what they want us to do. And that happens so early in relationships. You, like Ronald saying, you end up doing stuff that you don't necessarily normally do simply because you and oftentimes you assuming anyway, because you ain't never asked them if they like it or not. You just doing it hoping or wishing or that they don't think it's the wrong thing.
Yeah. But I think that's the quickest way, if not to lose somebody, but to lose the essence of yourself. You know what I mean?
Could that be that you don't know yourself, like or not know yourself, but fully comfortable with yourself?
Yeah.
You know,
that's
to then say, "Nah, I have to start lying."
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly what it is, and I think that was the first thing Ronald said. I'm overly myself.
Like
you're gonna get every part of me, so you understand this is me.
Yeah.
Well, you're a diamond in the rough because I feel like a lot of people are not.
I like to watch the Lakers.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna continue to buy shoes. Don't try to stop me. That's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be 70 at the car wash with the, you know what I mean? The kicks from it. That's what I like. It's not for other people.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to get with that. If you don't like it, I'm cool with that.
But that's real though, because a lot of times we trying to change the person instead of saying that's just
accepting
that's
that
not
now if I'm doing something that's harming myself, like gambling or something like that, and I'm blowing my money, intervene.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like that ain't hurting nobody. Like, you know what I mean? My bills are paid. Savings.
I'm responsible.
Taking care of all my stuff. Cool. Like I got extra money to do this. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
That's what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I kind of look at it, you know.
Yeah.
Now that I think that happens in dating early too. The idea that you think that you're gonna be able to eventually change the person.
All right, so thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight for Let's Talk, episode 8, our second episode with our guests.
We've had Ronald, who's a dope barber in LA. Ronald, you want to shout out your Instagram?
Ron Lamb _the1. So that's RON Lamb _the1. RVM Cuts, Wilshire LeBrea. Oh yeah, I got a single coming out too. It's called 4 Rings. I wrote it like after the Lakers won. It's kind of like devoted to LeBron. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's dope. And Allison, and it's crazy, we did this, we unknowingly, we had a barber and a hairstylist on the show at the same time. Allison, you want to let them know your Instagram?
Yeah, so you can find me, I have a personal Instagram, and then I have my hair page. I'm just going to shout out my hair page. It's My Learning Strands, and I currently work at Marbell Lux Salon, so you can hit me up on Instagram. So it's
This has been a great episode. Like Tia mentioned, this is our second episode with a guest. We appreciate you guys for coming on, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. We appreciate you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning.
Bye.